All right, now if we may have the constables. Precinct 1, Omar Reyes. Precinct 2, Joe Curiel, Tom Brady. And Precinct 4, Rebecca Lopez. Okay, Ms. Lopez is not here? Okay. Mr. Curiel, Tom Brady, and Mr. Reyes. Okay, thank you. I'm going to be over here. So this is Precinct 1, Precinct 2, right? Okay, thank you. All right, you have 1 minute for opening remarks. You probably have one question and the closing remark. So we'll start with Mr. Reyes. Opening remarks.
My name is Omar Reyes. I'm candidate for Constable Precinct Number 1. I currently work for the Constable's office. I've been there for about 4.5 years. I'm the only candidate that is a college graduate. I'm a graduate of the University of Texas at San Antonio. I have a degree in business finance and a second degree in criminal justice. I went to Central Catholic High School, and I am familiar with this particular geographic area because I went to St. Anthony's Elementary on the other end of Wasatch. I was a former state TABC agent, and I am a master peace officer. The office needs fixing, and elected officials need to be good stewards of the resources that the county gives us. That is not being currently addressed and has not been addressed for the last 16 years by the incumbent. And I'm here to applaud the people that are here today and ask that you make an informed decision come election time. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Curiel? Yes, 1 minute.
Hello, my name is Joe Curiel. I am the candidate for Constable Precinct 2. I have 37 years of law enforcement and security experience. I have a master's degree in public administration. I have a vast background in law enforcement to include working at the district attorney's office as a criminal investigator and currently the deputy chief of police for all the Alamo colleges, which is the police department that consists of 8 county jurisdiction. I do manage that and supervise that operation. You know, I bring positive change to this office and a positive light. And I believe it's time for the constable's office to come out from underneath the radar and be that positive light for the community. And in doing so, I believe we should enhance public safety, civil process, and public service by being that light for Precinct 2. With that, I'd like you for your vote, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. Brady?
I'd like to start out by thanking all the candidates here tonight. I think we had a great group of candidates who are a great group of people, and I like them all, including my opponent. My name is Tom Brady, and I've been told that I bear little or no resemblance to the quarterback. I am a candidate for the office of Precinct 2 because, firstly, I think I'm qualified. I not only have many, many years of law enforcement experience, but I started out in the Precinct 1 Constable's office over 41 years ago under the late Constable Joe Farrow. And then later I served as his son, Tony Farrow's bailiff in County Court 1. There are many things that we do in the Constable's office: execution of all civil and criminal process within the court. I think that's a big job. Protect those 2 justice courts, that's a big job, certainly. But I think we can do more. We've got 50 reserve officers. Thank you. I think the young lady said that's it. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, one question. Mr. Curiel, we'll start with you. What is the number one detail or issue that you wish to accomplish if you're elected to office? Or your most important issues?
I believe organizational development. I bring strategies for organizational development. I strive to provide professional training for the police officers and proper equipment for them to do their jobs, to enhance their knowledge, experience, and confidence to perform at a higher level, thus providing a higher level of policing and to include the public safety for all the community itself.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Brady?
I would like to reduce the backlog and improve the image. You know, the definition of a peace officer is one who keeps the peace, not incites riots. I think you've got to be out there with the people. You have to have a good heart, and you have to have plenty of intestinal fortitude, but you got to feel for the people, feel their situation. You know, we heard about people getting evicted out of their houses tonight. We do that as constables and deputy constables. You've got to, if you have exhausted all the means, you have to execute that writ of possession. But if not, maybe there's a way out. But we have to use our head and our heart and combine the two. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Reyes? What is the number one most important issue, detail that you wish to accomplish if you're elected to this office?
The thing that I'd like to do is make this the professional organization that it needs to be to provide the services that this seventh largest city in the United States deserves. We need to bring up our standards. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have any physical or educational standards other than a high school graduate. We do not implement weight and height proportional. We are laxed in our training. Being in a major metropolitan area, we really need to bring up these requirements. All these other candidates that we had up here this evening for judges, or we had CPAs, gentlemen that were running for tax assessor collector, they hold professional credentials. We need to implement that for our law enforcement agencies. We are at the lower end. We have the sheriff's office, which is above us, and hopefully they are making strides in that direction. They had some very qualified candidates. We should not overlook those qualifications for our constables as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the 1 minute closing remark, we start with Mr. Brady.
This is a tough job, and it takes a tough person to do this job. But in addition to being tough, you've got to be fair, and you've got to listen. You know, many years ago, when I worked under Constable Farrow, and that's a long time ago, Precinct 1, he said if a person comes in and they have a cat on their roof and you can't help them, tell them, steer them where to go. He said, this is the people's office, not ours. And if we don't do the job, we can trade our badges for brooms. So you've got to be a people person, and you have to be firm. I think that's a must. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brady. Mr. Reyes?
Ladies and gentlemen, our current incumbent in precinct number 1 has sued Bexar County, and it has cost the county $1.1 million in legal fees to fight that lawsuit that he posed against the county. This gentleman was indicted and subsequently arrested for abuse of official capacity. Ladies and gentlemen, we should not stand for these things. We need to raise our standards, and I plead with you, pick up a copy of the Voters Guides, the SA Scene magazine, which is on newsstands, the League of Women Voters, which I'd like to thank for publishing their Voters Guide. All I ask is not only get out and vote, but make an informed decision. My name is Omar Reyes. I'm candidate for Constable Precinct number 1. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Mr. Curiel?
Yes, it's been a great opportunity and a great honor. I'd like to leave you with this. I am a leader with high expectations and standards. I believe that every police officer out there should respect and treat everyone as a person, as a human being, and not based on what they look like or what they wear. I am a leader of integrity. I'm an honest man. I believe every officer out there should have or should do the right thing at all times. And then I am also the leader of organizational development, and I strive to bring in community policing and problem-oriented policing to these communities to enhance that public safety and public service throughout the district and throughout the precinct. With that, remember the name, Joe Curiel. I'm the last one on the ballot. Go with Joe. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you all for coming this evening. Thank you for waiting patiently.